Hello and good morning. So, something I was asked to do last time that I actually didn't end up doing was to actually go through what's even in the roster so far. Seeing as I have a whole friggin' character pool put together here, so if you just want to look at the names here, there's a bunch that are picked out differently, but you basically got all the ones that you can probably expect here. Like, you got all your mascots. You got Jacko, Evangel, Nine Ball. Actually, I have both versions of Nine Ball in here. It's funny because I have where is he here? Da, 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 da. Like, we have Hustler 1 over here instead of 1, because naturally they have to have different names. Of course, it's going to be all janky with loading now, because of course it is. Like, we got him here, so this is the original pilot, and then over here we have where is he? Yeah, 9 Apex balls somewhere. So, granted, not the most ideal way to find them, because it kind of just skips around a pretty extreme amount, all things considered. Now where is it? Here he is. So we got that right here. So, like, this one comes in as a mech, for example. So we got the machine and the original guy. Now, as far as some other ones that we asked for, Apple Boy is here. So people were asking where he was. He's right here. He's got an apple on his head. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? Got some barley or wheat or whatever in his mouth. It seemed like a pretty fitting way to do him. We got, who else here? Some other ones that people asked for. Oh yeah, Dagar from the X Division run. He's the last surviving member of the Xenonauts, so he's here in the usual uniform. He's the only one that's actually not an AC pilot, but whatever. Counts, close enough. I had a few community submissions too, so we got Jack Wachter here and the Grill Master. Now, originally he wanted to be a seagull, but here's the thing. There's the option for this many feathers. You got feathers sticking out of the pauldrons here. Figure he always goes for a heavy build, so plated armor all over the place, even when he's wearing Kevlar. And yeah, since he's the Grill Master, he's just like got friggin' cigarettes popping out of every hole. So yeah, why not? I don't think he even smokes. Whatever, it looks hilarious. I saw that and had to put it on him. By the way, yes, a lot of these are from mods. Funnily enough, most of the stuff from this, not from mods, but yeah. Actually, yeah, I forgot I'm in here too. With my double sunglasses, because my kids are always breaking them, so I always have to keep replacing them with the cheap $1 varieties. Who else? We got... hang on, I'm looking for Pro Cow. Oh yeah, he's up here. Okay, so we got Pro Cow in here, and yes, we have TBM in here, I'm going to show him too. So yeah. So here's the thing. For Pro Cow, what I wanted to use was actually, not this burger bag. Let me go down here. So one of the mods that I ended up using for quite a long time was this one. And I was hoping to use either the horse or the unicorn mask, but here's the thing. As you can see, they kind of broke with the most recent DLC. So, like, some of their stuff works. Like, for example, like, oh, dude, actually, that looks really good. Yeah, no, we're sticking with that. I was gonna have him, keep a burger bag on there, but that looks pretty strong right there. we're going with that. He's the skull pull. Oh man, that's beautiful. Alright, and of course TBM. Didn't have a last name for him, so he loves rockets, obviously. So yeah, we got him right here with the pipe and the pen behind the ear. Kind of a sort of suit type situation underneath some armor plating all over the place. I don't know, seemed fitting, so we'll see what he thinks of that one. I don't think he's watching these. Anyway, who else? I mean, I could just go down the entire list. Some of these are pretty funny. I mean, Sidehawk, this seemed like a pretty fitting thing for him, again with the double sunglasses. He needs to be able to see really well. Like a weird Wesker-looking situation for him. We got Eclair here with the laser gauntlets, which, by the way, Eclair and Evangel are actually, or why did I want to call them Oracles? No, they're both Templars, so they're basically just swinging around laser blades the entire time. If he ever wants to load, did he leave for the day or what? What is that? Hang on, where was he? Here we go. There we go. Figured, you know what, he's probably got a receding hairline. Dude's got to be compensating for something. So, granted, you know, his is probably one of the less inspired ones. Let's go ahead and give him something cooler. Yeah, these helmets are going to take forever to load now, aren't they? That's the one thing, with having a bunch of mods on there, sometimes the props take ages to load. You know what? He ends up becoming a pulverizer in one of the routes, so yeah, no, that's totally gonna work. So yeah, there we go. Evangel with a glowing blue face and laser gauntlets. That seems fitting. So yeah, he can appear as a bad guy too. A bunch of these guys can appear as bad guys, by the way. Oh yeah, Flying Fix, had some fun with that one too. Always complains in AC3, like, oh yeah, no, she's totally out of shots. She's got hundreds left, so there we go. She's like all decked out in all of this stuff that has bullets on it. Because of course. Who else? And all of these I tried to match their originals as much as I could. I figured Bill, I decided to call him Bill. Bill Ace Arcadia over here. He seemed to me like a guy that looked kind of like a jazz musician, so kind of went for this kind of look for him. Street enemy we already have in the thing. Johann Kaiser, Royal Mist over here. Seemed like a pretty solid look for him too. So we'll see if he ends up getting his shoddy back. Let's see, Einhander I already showed. Oh, by the way, Leos Klein I actually updated in both versions. Because, yeah, no, they pieced that dude back together. Like, he got blown right the hell up, so they just kind of stitched him back from a bunch of chunks. So, hopefully, he functions properly. And yeah, so, I tried to do all of these as fittingly as I could. Like, for example, Aubrey Bione, probably showing up drunk. So, she's got friggin' beer coming in off the side of her head. Of course, so... Alright, so that'll be that. Let's get back to the run. Okay, so, came over here to take a look at what's going on in the range here. Looks like Kaiser's actually gone and gone with Bradford here just to go check out some stuff at the range here. But yeah, there's always stuff going on in the base. It's amusing to watch. But yeah, okay, so as far as stuff that changed since last time, I just popped a guy into here. So Barketta's helping to build this thing. So once the GTS is built, that'll basically allow us to assign classes to people, which, yeah, makes training a whole lot faster. So typically, normally I actually don't start with the GTS, but in this case I want to do GTS here, I want to have him clear out this, then turn this into a workshop, and then kind of, well, actually no, I can have him clear out this, turn this into a workshop, and then use that to clear these areas out, which will make everything go a lot faster. So if you don't know how this works, every time that you have one of these clustery, fudgery areas cleaned out, you get a bunch of resources out of it. Sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worse. Like, for example, if you needed to get more power, this would be the one to go to, because there's like a power thing here. But yeah, so you get all kinds of different stuff that you're doing. Basically, if you run out of power, you end up not being able to build more stuff. So you kind of gotta eventually. Just something to plan for. Research-wise, nothing's really changed there. You know, they're still just kind of researching this.
Hello, Commander. Work is well underway, but it will be sometime.
I guess Huntress and Diligent are just kind of hanging out in the science lab here for some reason. Seems like they'd be the least useful for that. Now, I also noticed something else last time, which was in regards to that one person I was going to rename. Because originally I was going to go and make that into Grill Master. And yeah, then I realized they actually were one of the roster characters. I just completely missed it. So this is Irony. He just lost his nickname for whatever reason. I have no idea why. Who knows? But, alright. So, as far as people that we have at this point, yeah, we got Mumu, we got Lane Myers from AC3, Old Lang Syne, Trafalgar, Irony, Blue Magnolia, Crossback, Royal Mist, Leos Klein, Cerberus Garm, Static Man, Huntress over here.
You both a debt of
Which,
gratitude.
yeah, I called her Rogue and Rouge. She has to be both. She has to be both. I still think Rouge is the stronger name for her
No
AC.
argument here.
Night Flyer, Exile, Guernica, and Fixer and Diligent. So, yeah. And by the way, I will be calling them interchangeably between their name and their AC name, because why the hell wouldn't I? Alright. Now then, let's go ahead and see what's going on in the world. Probably just a whole lot of sitting and waiting for this thing to happen. I don't know why it's deciding to be a little bit on the jankier side today. It was being all fast earlier. Make up your mind, game. But, you know, such is life, such is life. Sometimes it's really quick, sometimes it isn't. It's a weird thing as far as that goes. Alright, so, rookies I will want to go for, first of all, GTS though. So that gets built. Alright. Yes.
I am sure you will find the results to be as intriguing as I do.
You figured out how to assemble Legos, sir. That's... I don't know if that's terribly intriguing, but it is amusing. Alright, so that comes up. So we can research magnetic stuff now. Basically that's... This wants to get done, but it takes a really long time, so it's usually better to wait until you have some better opportunities to make that happen. Can do communications though, that's kind of the next logical step, since that allows for expanding to other areas. So that's what's gonna happen. Alright, so let's finish up the GTS. And done. Okay. Alright, so Barkaz is available. I could leave him there. I think he speeds up training or something like that if I leave him in there. But instead, let's see. Well, I can force Kaiser to have a shotgun, so there we go. He's gonna be a shotgunman. Oh man, I probably should have made him a grenadier, actually. That would have made even more sense. Screw it, whatever. And then over here, we can spend money to make this stuff happen, so after they get a few promotions, we can get bigger squad sizes and then upgrade all of their innate stuff. But that's gonna be later. Excuse me, pup. Can you, maybe chill on the whack and everything on my desk with your tail? Thank you. Good boy. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. Now, bud. Go. Alright. Now, what were we doing here? Right, so now that we've forced Kaiser to do some friggin' crunches here, like a beast. Oh, wait, right, the engineer. I forgot about that. Thankfully, they give you this nice little logo on the bottom left, like, hey, idiot, you forgot your engineer. Make them do stuff. So, I can expand out from this room. You basically randomly start off with one of those rooms. Starting off with the middle one is pretty amazing, though. Like, if you start from the middle, you're able to just immediately go into a workshop, and then you just expand everything out. Because you take that one engineer and you basically turn him into 3 of them, being able to clear 3 rooms at one time. So it's very useful. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not going for supplies, which are basically the money in this one, it's not really... comparatively speaking, clearing out areas is the faster way to get supplies earlier on.
As trusted allies, I ask that you aid my kind in the battle ahead.
Okay, so the weird hybrids are like, hey, come help us. So, let's see. And yeah, set reps, there we go. Those are those things that just change permission. So there are zombies. So we get Gabe Glow as a scientist. We get Jack Fochter as a grenadier. Ooh, and I get there as a grenadier too. Alright, let's do this thing. I don't know what we're doing, but let's go do it. And before squad wipe, of course. As you do, as you do.
You should be aware. We're detecting lost activity in this area. Our forces will need to be especially vigilant.
Alright, I think this party's probably perfect for it. Let's see, do we have anything to replace these with at the moment? No. Alright, so the reason that I want to replace those, basically any explosion causes more... so lost are basically zombies, but they go by, how would it be, like 28 days later kind of rules? Like if there's just any kind of explosion or whatever else, you're like, oh crap, it's time for 10 of them to show up. So yeah. Other than that, I think this party's probably fine. Yeah, having a heavy would be pretty great, but I don't have one, so whatever. Alright, Exile can go on this one, but this is probably the last thing with lost stuff on it that I ever want to go on with him. So the thing with Skirmishers, they have slightly less damage than everybody else, but their whole shtick is they potentially can stack abilities like crazy. So for example, somebody else, they get 2 points and they're like, okay, you know. Actually, wait, I'll explain this after the loading screen. I forgot I need to get... Hello again. Alright, so we're back now. So as I was trying to say, as far as the different classes go, basically your main, like, standard soldierly guys got 4 different classes that they can do, specializing in all kinds of different stuff. But yeah, when it comes to the 3 special ones, they're basically just there as kind of rule breakers, as it were. So I'm not sure why that just happened. Weird. For some reason, this map is not the fastest one in the world, so expect to see a little bit of fun stuff. I will point out something that was... Well, hi there, random background loudness. Something that was pointed out to me last time that I just wanted to address real quick. It's like, as far as the general optimization and stuff of this game, like, it's... Granted, it's not perfect, but I will say it's a lot better than it used to be. Like, as far as it running a little bit funky on my computer with OBS on, you have to realize OBS is kind of a resource hog, so it will have issues with that. Like, it's kind of how that goes. Also, apparently we were supposed to just, like, run around and collect people here. A little bit surprised that we started out right next to the guy that we were supposed to collect. Kind of an odd situation. I've actually never seen that happen. So I'm going to have 2 people take the high road here, and then I'm going to have a couple take the low approach. But yeah, so it actually runs, like, I'd say like about 30 to 40 normally without OBS running, and then it like drops down to 15 to 20-ish. Actually, no, this is about 20, 25-ish somewhere. As far as with OBS on. So just for the sake of clarity, ever since the DLCs, I mean, they obviously didn't fix the base game, but from the interviews I've seen and stuff like that, there was a lot to fix about the base game, so that's why it just went with the DLC as opposed to the other stuff. Just so you know. Like, if optimization was your worry about getting this thing, it's definitely one of the better ones out there. Like, honestly, I feel like even with all the chaos that ends up going on, it still ends up running better than something like Wasteland 2, for example. And that thing has a lot less stuff going on. So, either way.
You've got the primary targets in tow. Secure any additional operatives if
Right,
possible, but make sure you get our contacts to the evac point.
Alright, so that's Gabe Glow. So we're just going to go ahead and use him as a scout for now. There's nothing you can really do. I know there's a guy in there. Whew, jeez, pup. This, dog's over here just farting up a storm. It's disgusting. Alright, so we got me over here, and we have one other guy over here. Interesting. So yeah, actually, Voctor's over here guarding this part of the base, because they've got one of their little ghetto shantytown bases. So I'm thinking probably what we're going to do is just have him hide up here. Not entirely sure if Gabe Glow's the kind of guy that we want to trust to be a scientist. So this place is going to start getting overrun pretty soon. Honestly, yeah, if that's going to be what we're dealing with...
Wait, are those humans?
It appears the alien devices dropped during the first invasion.
So first off, A, no, they're zombies. B,
causing their physical and mental
that is actually way stronger of one than I was expecting.
Maintaining primitive organic functions. Approach with caution, Commander. They are certainly dangerous.
Yeah, he's not wrong about that. We might actually lose Voctor before he even has a chance to act. Because I don't have anybody that's able to do anything yet, and those guys just got triggered at a spot when I really wouldn't have thought they would be. But yeah, actually the strongest, funnily enough, the two guys we're supposed to be protecting are way stronger than anything we brought along. So they're gonna go there. Please don't attack. Okay. They take their turns all at once, thankfully. So he's gonna be able to handle this with no problems. There we go. Yeah, the fact that they have to take all their turns at once is the problem. And as you can see here, the kind of easy thing about them is that you are able to at least fight all of them on fair terms. So while there are a crapload of them, you do get free turns for every one that you've got to kill on. But yeah, there are still regular dudes that are just kind of running around. Question, did that trigger Voctor to join the team? So there's a chance for that, there's a chance for that. I think I'm going to want to try and flank those guys. Let's see, this will give me a flank on him.
Good copy. Moving on target.
There we go. Let's go ahead and do that.
Advent forces on the ground.
Ah, son of a dick. That's just unfortunate. Alright, that changes the plan entirely. Okay, Exile. Would you like to come over here and maybe end some dudes? Oh, come on now. Be nice. Every single turn, something reveals. Actually, that's pretty handy right there. So, the thing is, while you have to deal with zombies, so do they. So, first of all, he's just gonna take one of these. Because odds are that thing is gonna get attacked by zombies. So, there we go. He got a crit. It's a sucky crit, but it's still a crit. Alright, Gabe Blow is gonna go down this way, because I don't want him anywhere near this. He's the guy we're supposed to be rescuing. There we go. And you. Ideally, if it's possible, I'd like to. How far can you reach with your nades? Not terribly far. Okay, so if you go here. I think if I have him go here. Maybe here. It would be nice to trigger this guy, but... Alright, this one will be harder to flank, so we'll go here. Now we're gonna... let's see, we're gonna try to have Fixer take care of that zombie. And then if he can do that, then he can blade this guy. Which means that this one... Go ahead and blow this open, if by any chance he can... No. He can't hit both of them. That would have been nice. Chuck your dealing! Alright, you know what? I think it's time for an experiment if it's gonna run like this.
Readings are all over the place.
Alright, so there's the problem though. As soon as you do that, you get more dudes.
Seem to be pretty sensitive to noise.
Right. Okay, so... That's going to pause for a second while I go and do this and see if this manages to sort out our problem here. There we are. Alright, that seems to run way cleaner. Now here's the thing, he can do this. It's just, he has to get a maximum roll, so the odds are like, actually like 30% I think. Yeah, no, so that's a bummer. Probably should have just had him go for the blade, to be totally honest. Alright. You take care of that guy. Oh, come on now, Guidos. That's just... okay, we might actually lose someone here. Alright, so he's going for Fixer. Thankfully his aim sucks. Which, to be fair, yeah, that's what you get for friggin' using weird wrist blaster situation. So they're gonna start dealing with those. And usually what they'll try to do is they'll try to take a relatively accurate shot at any boss that are around. And then they'll try to take a shot at your guys. Okay, he's going for a panic. Alright, come on. It's not that graphically intensive. You can manage this. Okay. Well, he didn't. Okay, he was going for a mind control. That didn't happen. Yes, everybody just is all mad at Fixer. Actually, it's very likely he's about to die to that zombie next time. But we still might end up getting out of this with 2 extras, so... Oh, crap. Okay, well, here's the thing. At this point... yeah, at this point, we got problems, so... You know... normally the way to think about it is, like, yes, you can have one... Yeah, goodbye. That sucks. Fight through the crowd or no is the thing. Because I've got kind of okay odds of doing that. This guy spawned in the worst possible spot because I can't actually get access to him. Since I have to be on the same plane as him, meaning I have to... Alright, let's see about getting Exile down there. That is some sucky luck, I gotta say. Can you get over here? No. Okay. He's gonna run down. He's gonna try to grappling hook next to this guy, which should allow him to take a bunch of really good shots to clear out this area, which should still leave Exile with 1 turn to go and basically empty his clip out. Alright. Go. Keep automatically left-clicking instead of right-clicking. That was an interesting shot that he just took. Alright, so, we just got Voctor. See if he's gonna be the hero we need.
That's one of the contacts we were looking for, but there are still others in the area.
Alright, actually might be an idea to use this on one of them. So this is kind of their scorpion move that I was showing off earlier. Maybe on the trooper here. This area can kind of just take care of itself. I guess I should be worrying about those ones. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to focus on them with him. Because then if a couple zombies decide to attack him, then he's just boned. And technically, they can't get up to that box, because I couldn't either. So those 2 are safe. At least they should be. Gabe run over here. Frag and frag. That was fine. Like not being in cover. Kind of weird that he can't target that sectoid though. Okay. I'm actually going to leave all the zombies out there and do this. There. Because ideally, I would definitely like to be able to bring along a Fixer's body here, because if he's left behind, his weapon gets left behind. Yeah, I think we're just going to leave it on Overwatch here so he doesn't do anything too crazy. And you're going to run down this way in order to... another thing that I completely forgot about Cerberus here. Alright, yeah, do that. Let's give him a little bit more defense. Honestly, if we lose Cerberus, it's still alright, it's still manageable. Yes! Eat that mailbox. Alright, come on, go for the zombies. So all those guys should probably end up swarming. Ah. Okay, so they should end up swarming that guy. Alright, he's gonna go make zombies of his own. Wasn't expecting that one. Oh, you dick! You friggin' revived Fixer.
No respite for the dead.
Well. Yeah, I think if he's re-killed, we can still take that shoddy. Even though it's clearly left on the ground, but whatever. Okay, Cerberus has taken 1, maybe 2 hits. Oh crap, they can get up here. Alright, so they're beating up Fixer again. Cerberus might be stoned. Cerberus might be boned. Alright, so everybody basically needs to be ridiculously competent right now. So first off, especially Voctor here, who by the way will definitely get a flamethrower suit later, provided he makes it out of this. So first off, he's got the best bet of clearing the hell out of this entire place. So he's gonna do that. And reload for free. Well, semi-free. His turn doesn't end anyway. I'm thinking 3 shots and then blow up those. Why is that one so unlikely? It's right in front of you, dude. Take care of that one, take care of that one. And deal with that. And then nade those. And that should leave the rest of the team able to clear out the rest. And yes, this will calm more of them down, but I don't really have many other means of dealing with this, so goodbye. Good job, Voctor. Congratulations on getting like a dozen friggin' kills on your very first outing. Oh yeah, I forgot I had the grenade drop off thing, so that didn't even... Whatever. Right, so I'll move here. Now you... better not miss. I almost don't even want to risk those. Alright, I'm gonna try to take some shots with other folks here, because I really can't afford to miss those. Especially with him, he's got the accurate rifle here.
Enemies down.
Alright, so what we need to do is run out into the open. Need to... How much can this do right now? It's still just 2. Those 2 can be blown up. Say that one and that one. There we go.
Running dry on ammo.
That's not gonna count. Alright, who else do we have here? So we've got Exile. He's actually got extra actions this turn. Can do. If I drop down, I think Justice will count as free if used against him. So yeah, all of his... he can actually shoot 2 shots right out the gate. Why... Whatever. Try it. Good.
Your service is over.
Got a good roll.
I require ammunition.
And he needs to re-roll, but I'm gonna go ahead or reload, but I'm gonna take that. Oh, nice! A superior one.
Article secure.
So yeah, superior is pretty unlikely early on. Alright, and you take out this guy.
Kill confirmed.
Okay, I was gonna say... It friggin' better be. Yeah, you go for it. I have a backup on the other guy if this doesn't work out. Because you might be saying, oh yeah, it's 86%. They'll never miss. They do that all the time. It's like, I've had ones where literally, like, friggin' 3 85%s missed in a row. It happens. So, I'm not sure. I think Gabe can carry Fixer. Let's test that. Thankfully, this one isn't timed, so you know. I'm actually not sure if we can still pick up Fixer. There's another swarm, so we might actually want to just take out that. Can you pick him up? Doesn't look like it. Now, unfortunately, those swarms are going to get bigger and bigger. So what we're actually going to do is completely disregard Overwatch here. I'm assuming that's everything that was on the map static enemy-wise. Because that was 3 pods in one spot, which is pretty unlikely. Alright. So, Vernica, are you... Tell me, are you able to pick him up? No, so I think, yeah, we lost the shotty for good. That's a shame, that thing was cool looking. Oh well. So I guess, yeah, if they're possessed, you don't get it back. Because who knows what they did with it. Then I'm just going to have everyone reload so we can deal with the oncoming storm of absolute bullcrap. And this is as easy as these ones ever get, by the way. They get pretty ridiculous later. I'm like, yeah, no, they've got like 15 health or something. Hope you brought your ultimate laser cannons or whatever. Alright. I am, I guess, just kind of hanging out in the back room here. Like, hey guys, I'm just standing, you know, why not? Should probably go higher myself. Let's go put this guy with no health front. Now can this go wrong? But his accuracy's really good, so that's why he's up there. Good accuracy, no damage. Yeah, let's finish off that one, and then melee another one. Actually, let's see who needs to melee. Have Mr. Bokter come up here and do his awesomeness. Roll 6 on that one. Alright, how many 80% can you get in a row? So far looking pretty promising. Target eliminated. Alright, 70s, we're getting less likely. Alright, still worked out. Taken care of. And, even though we're probably going to regret this later, let's make that happen. So there was a howling sound, obviously that means more stuff's coming. Alright. So 2 are gone, but 2 are easier to take care of now. Now, if you miss, rip you. So you're now the front line here. Alright, dealt with, and we dealt with. Right. You know, the funny thing is, these things actually do give experience, which led to the speedrun route for this game, actually involving going and just like sitting on top of a building and just farming these things for like an hour. Basically get 4 kernels right away. But yeah, the funny thing is, it takes such a long time that nobody would really bother unless they're speedrunning it. Which again, that's the funny thing. For a speedrun thing, it's faster. For everybody else, it's way the hell slower. So, I think Gabe Glow can probably make it to escape. Alright, can you make it? Just. He's just in the circle. There we are. Get out of here. And yes, he does have a metal skull on his face. Okay.
Roger that. Firebrand has the VIP. Commander, we should get the rest of our people to the extraction point as soon as possible. The longer we wait around, the worse our chances look.
Yeah, I'm going and hiring myself real quick. Yeah, these guys are just gonna go basically hide the drop, or not hide, but go protect the drop area. Yeah, up to the roof.
A useful aid. I will move. Watch order confirmed. Affirmative. Covering now.
Really doesn't make sense to have them watch, all things considered. What can you do? Also, what the hell? There's like a random... Why is there a random drone over here? It's just kind of hanging out. It wasn't fixers, so... Huh. Did I do something with that? Is that new?
Understood. Moving out.
Or is that just decorative? I think that's supposed to be his. Huh. Alright, whatever.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Oh yeah, no, it just decided to go hang out by that thing for some reason. Whatever.
I move.
Okay. You go hire me.
Got it covered.
Like, hey dude, we're just fine, we should go now.
There are
I'm
no
gonna go ahead and
additional
fail.
VIPs or resistance operatives working in that area. You should be clear to move for extraction.
Okay.
I will go.
Alright, and done deal. I mean, we lost one, but
Returning to Avenger.
such is life. Such is life. Sometimes things get lost. I think I'll have everyone stick around for one more round just to give them a little bit of extra. And for extra dramatic tension, I guess, I don't know.
Scanning.
Affirmative. Covering
There we are. They were hiding in a box.
Target neutralized.
Nice.
Cible éliminé.
Everyone's getting one, except for me. Apparently I can't aim. Well, dang. Yeah, that's the nice thing about these ones. You can get some dudes that are not only already promoted, you can promote them even more. It's handy. It's handy. Now, I really want Guidos to level up here, because he's doing pretty darn well. Like, he's been absolutely ace this entire time. There we go. Good on ya.
Ready to go. I'm on it.
Let's get you a couple here. Jeez, Boctor, way to mess it up and just miss all your shots.
Weapons burning ammo.
Totally
fast.
didn't completely clutch this entire mission or anything. Alright, got one.
Target neutralized. On reserve.
Got two, hopefully. Now that I think about it, it would be really awesome if the heavies would be able to use the bolt caster. That's that crossbow looking thing. Right. No Cerberus. I don't think there's any dashers, so he should be safe here. It'd be really stupid to lose somebody now. There you are. And you just take the last one. Because yeah, for being a rookie, he's also been absolutely just nailing it.
Ennemi à terre.
Perfect. And perfect, okay. That one about as solid as can be expected. Especially for this early on.
Roger that.
There's very few abilities available, there's very
Already
few
there.
utterly broken things available.
Understood.
Not to mention, lost a guy pretty much immediately, so...
Down.
all kinds of good stuff. And yeah, one thing they still haven't fixed yet, though, is that your evac button is different for each particular character for whatever reason. There's an evac all button, but I don't believe it's been fixed to work with the newest DLCs yet.
Firebrand is returning to base.
Yeah, courtesy of Voctor, we look like the dang village people now. Yeah, I think this works out pretty well. Or no, let's randomize some more, see what kind of cool crap we get. Because this is gonna have to be the thumbnail. You know what, that works. Does it though? No, we gotta get more cool ones. I want to randomize until we get somebody doing like a jump kick or something. Which, if you didn't know, yeah, there's a crap load of poses now. That would have been pretty accurate, and yeah, no, that's what we're gonna go with. That's pretty strong. All right, so see you next time then. Have a good one. Take care. We're back, and you know what? There was an even better picture. Absolutely had to. You'll see it in the thumbnail probably, but dang. There was one of them, I switched what formation they were all in, and it just looked really cool.
I have yet to discover exactly what type of exposure led to the creation of these.
Oh yeah, we gotta memorialize this guy. We got a weekend at Bernie's to some degree. So we got here. Unequal to life, revered in death, yes.
With a mug like that, you might get Advent to surrender after all.
Yeah, there we go. See? He's gonna make everybody surrender even though he's already dead. Alright, so we got Cerberus Garm here. He's become a heavy. He saw how awesome they were last time. Yes. Okay, Grenadier. I'm always gonna call them heavies, because they're exactly the heavies from the previous game. It's just they use more grenades than rockets now, which is a lot more practical. So, alright, there we go. Let's launch. How many did he get? 7 on that very first one? Solid. Very solid. Gydos. Let's see, Haywire. I don't want to go revive on him. He's the guy that's supposed to show up and help. I'm kind of forgiving him for the whole showing up and trying to take the money from the arena thing. Maybe he was trying to help. Maybe he should get revival protocol. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna justify all of them by character traits. Alright, Exile's gonna be out for a little while. Let's see. So Wrath is basically opposite of Justice. Just basically he launches you to them instead, and does a little bit more, I think. Let's see. Subsequent shots on the same turn provide plus my crit chance. Alright, first off, rigging. Oh man. Oh, okay, so here's how this system works, by the way. So every time that you do something cool, you get XCOM AP, and then these guys specialize in just like, they get their own little pool of it. So most of their stuff is essentially just bought from this. They can just pretty much get all of their stuff at any point. They can completely max out, but they can't do it without spending the entire group's points. So either way, I think I honestly don't use Wrath very much. I'm probably gonna go rigging on him. So I'm just gonna buy that. That's 10. I don't feel like that's really worth it right now anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna get Wrath on him later, as well as probably zero in. We'll see about these other ones. They get some really strong ones. Alright, did the other ones get anything? Hey, Gabe Blow. He's gonna go be one of our scientists with that face. Alright. Alright, so research time goes down by 33%. Awesome. Voctor and myself are now in the group, which I certainly will complain about. Now then. The View dudes, did they get anything? Especially Voctor seems like he should have gotten something. Does it say how close he is? Genius. He is a genius. You know what? Actually, for everything that happened there, you get an upgrade. Auto load, yeah. Free auto loader. And, you know what? Where was that? There we go, the BP cannon. You knew you wanted it. Anyway, so that'll be that then. Have a good one, and